Hey, how's it going, Anthopants? We're on day 90 of the No Death Blaze challenge. Yeah. So, I've got a No Death with Max and Axel, so Blaze would be my third. Yeah. There's only one other person who has a No Death, King Iopa, and King Iopa has it with Axel and Blaze, so I'd be the second person with Blaze to get it. And once I get it with Blaze, because it is a once, then I'll look into Skate, since Skate will be the last character. Puff the Magic Afro, thank you for the good luck. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Haha, how's it going? Got your columns 3 guy there. His wet pants. Hey Wreck-It, what's up? Ooh, yeah. Yesterday was I think my first run ended on 6 at the boss, which was frustrating. And then I got to 7 the next 2 runs. But none of my 7s, I don't think any of my 7s really made it past the jets. I just was getting wrecked. So yeah, I was kind of putting some practice in with the jets. You're a bit on the water, so you're gonna have some soup soon. Good, that's good. Cowboy Boy, how's it going? What is the definition of insanity? Yeah, well, I think most of, there's only 2 people who have no death in this game. And both are a little bit crazy. So, yeah. No, I've gotten to 8. Mr. X is the furthest I've gotten. So I took a death on Mr. X. That was the only time I've gotten past 7 and I died to Mr. X, but yeah, that's okay. I'm trying to get I was trying to get practice some of the jet section a little bit to get a little bit more consistent on the jet section, and it's just an absolute freaking nightmare. See how bad my playing is today. But anyway, that's, you know, the definition of insanity though only applies when you suck. If you suck, then doing the same thing over and over again is going to yield the same result, because you suck. It's going to yield a sucky result. But if you're like, you know, Thomas Edison, and you're like trying to build a light bulb, and you're doing it over and over and over again and failing at it, eventually you're going to pull it off. So that's the trick, is to figure out, like, I might suck. Like, maybe this will never get done, and that means I suck. I fall into that category. I just said you're insane? Fermi Mill, Kool-Aid Man, how's it going? Yeah. Yeah, for some reason you want the challenge to end. Yeah, it's just it's kind of like a normal thing. There's a part of me that doesn't want it to end either, because, like, I know how awesome it is when it ends, but I also know, like, how kind of sad it is also when it's like I no longer get to do this challenge with Blaze ever again. That's the thing. It's like you don't ever get to do a no death ever again after you get it. Not that you can't try for it again, but it's like a meaningless thing to try for. So, so yeah, you only get. It's kind of like you only get to be, you know, turn like 40 once. You only get that once. That's it. That's it. Except for those weird people who lie about their age and pretend like they're turning, you know, like El Guapo from Three Amigos. Clogger TV, how it goes. Yeah. I know. Saturday night. We'll see how it goes. My gosh. It's like end of the week for me. I'm like it's peak tiredness for me, you know? Because tomorrow I do take off. I don't play. I don't practice. I don't think about it. People are out there fighting in the streets. I just let them do their thing. I don't go enjoying. You found out you're having a third boy? Really? You started following when your first boy was born. Jeez. It's just it. Watching this stream makes you potent. That's what it means. Oh, I don't know what that means. Watching this stream just ups your testosterone levels to epic proportions. I started watching your stream and now I've got like 15 children. Well, it makes sense. It happens. That's cool. Congratulations. Oh, jeez. He's now 6, yeah. Yes, I do that too. I make children age. Oh, thanks, Darkstar. Yeah. Oh. Boom, baby. Stressful to be a parent in this generation. Yeah, it's definitely different, isn't it? All my brothers and sisters who have kids, they're kind of like, they're always like, what do we do about the screen time? And then they'll ask me for advice, and I'm like, I don't have kids, you know? But for some reason, like, I'm gonna have some, like, mystical insight into it. Yeah, I think it's just different. I think it was different for our generation as well. Kind of the MTV generation. It was just a new thing. But now there's more new stuff. And yeah. The huge difference though is just like, now we have computers analyzing like, what's the most addictive thing in the world for like a 5-year-old, and we didn't have that before. You grew up with the internet coming out, yeah. I mean, the internet wasn't really like a huge thing until I was in high school. It definitely was around before that, but it wasn't like people had it. Like, not everyone had like a computer in their house when I was a kid. I kind of grew up in like... I grew up in that generation when like the teachers would ask like, how many of you get spanked? You know, or like, have you ever been spanked? And like every kid would raise their hand except for that one weird kid who never got spanked. We were like, that's why that kid's weird. Never gets spanked. And now it's probably the exact opposite, where like maybe there's like one kid who raises their hand in the classroom. One normal child. But anyway, not an advocate for spanking, by the way. Hit the guy! This is what happens when I ramble. It's Atsy. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Stradivarius, how's it going? What was this Atsy up to? Oh jeez. Hey, Zatsy. Yeah. What were you up to? What were you playing? Oh, jeez. It's gonna be, yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens with the economy. Because there really isn't like a historical comparative. There's things that are similar historically, where like countries get off the gold standard, or they're like in outlandish debt and crumble, but they're usually like isolated from the world. You know, like Rome's like basically isolated from the world in that like its currency isn't the whole world's currency. But yeah, now it's just, I don't know, it's going to be interesting since the whole world seems to be interconnected with its economy. It's almost like you kind of can't let it collapse, because then the whole world collapses. You were playing Streets of Rage X? What's up, J-Bro Ultimate? Whoops, I oh yeah. Well, my question is always this. Old school autistic or new school autistic? That's my question. That's my question for everything. Because me, like, I'm old school dyslexic, which means, like, today if they tested me, I wouldn't be dyslexic probably. I'd be whatever, something else, you know? Because everyone was misdiagnosed back in the day. Or you were, like, super extreme on a scale where you couldn't function, so then they labeled you as like autistic, because people weren't getting labeled as autistic when, like, who could function, like in any form. Doesn't matter if it's difficult for you, like in any form you could function, you weren't getting labeled that. Anyway, not like it matters, it's just like I don't understand what it means when people say it today. Because I'm always like, you seem perfectly fine to me, but I'm expecting like what it was when I was like in high school, which was anyone who got labeled autistic in high school like could not function. They couldn't, some of them couldn't talk, some of them couldn't like walk by themselves. And like I used to TA for special ed, So like you kind of had to know like what each kid was capable of, and then you were just like there like assisting basically. And they also just there wasn't a lot of them either. There wasn't a lot of kids in the class. Maybe like 10. You missed the 90s, Noisy Boy? Yeah. You're on the mild spectrum, yeah. You're basically, like, depending on the generation, like, you know, my generation, you wouldn't even be, you probably just, like, mild didn't even exist. It was just like, now you're good, you know, because, like, everyone's, going to be a little neurodivergent in some way or another. Yeah. The cool thing for me is, like, I don't learn the way everybody else learns, but I was forced to learn the way everybody else learns. So everyone else seems really simple to me. Not that everyone's simple, but it's like I can think in ways that no one else can think, but I know kind of how they're gonna think. If that makes any sense, because they're not trained in like thinking the way I think, and like my thinking's very like sideways, and they're very like straightforward. And I'm like, I know you're gonna go straightforward. It's the only way you know how to think. But I think most people would be good at knowing, like, doing the exact opposite. If everyone thought like me, then the world would be formed around people who think like me. And then everyone, like, then the people who thought more what is normal now would not think, you know, they'd be like, oh, I know how you think because you're always thinking sideways. You called your ex-girlfriend. You called your ex-girlfriend while sleeping. Oh, you don't like people talking about your reading? Yes. I don't necessarily like that either. Yeah. Most things are like how easy it is for you to tune stuff out. And yeah, it's really... I typically have trouble doing like two things at once. Like, it's even hard for me to talk and play at the same time. But I've gotten better at it because I've played this game so much. But yeah, that's hard for me to do. Or if I'm doing something simple sometimes, like really simple, like folding clothes, and someone like asks me a question, I can't keep folding the clothes and be talking to them answering the question at the same time. What's going on at King Alpha? How far back are we talking, King Alpha? Yeah, I've got ADD as well, Clogger TV. Or they diagnosed me as having ADD. Yeah, I usually just jump in and fight Barbin, King Alpha. Thanks, AC Manicotti. Stop. Stradivarius, you need to stop dialing in. Is it faster though? Is it faster to just wait on Carbon? Yeah, I remember the strat of having him wait to come by himself, but then I had to sit there and do nothing, you know, for like 5 seconds. Part of what I like about this game is that there's no downtime. You're basically just constantly like moving and pushing buttons and doing stuff and thinking, and you know, the idea of just sitting there and waiting, I mean, that sounds terrible to me. I mean, what am I doing? Playing a game on a Super Nintendo or something? Am I right, guys? But yeah, if it's faster, I'll do it. Overall, if it's faster, but I don't even think it's going to be overall faster. I think it's going to take about the same amount of time. We're gonna see how 4 goes pretty soon. Always a little nerve-wracking. Oh, Firmu Mill followed me 2 hours ago. Now you're gonna follow me when I wasn't on and get away with it, huh? I don't think so. Nobody follows me and gets away with it. Speaking of dyslexia, yes. Why did I do something dyslexic? Oops. I'm not thinking. Yeah. We'll use that pipe to lure this other guy over here. Doesn't matter though. Doesn't matter until it does. Is that how you spell it, Tomboy? Really? Are you sure about that? Almost like, oh. It's a diss. It's like a diss, you know? That's how you spell dyslexia. Psych. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever actually known how to spell it. It must be nice. It must be nice to have a memory where you can remember, like, how to spell words. It's a pretty cool glittering effect on the amusement park background during screen scrolling in this section on the CRT. Like quick color capture cards don't show, sadly. Are you saying that like my CRT capture is showing it, but my game capture is not showing it? Emulators don't show it. All digital displays, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, there's certain things, there's really interesting things that CRTs are doing. Because they're only rendering half the screen per frame. It's something weird like that. They render like half the screen and they render the other half the screen on the next frame. So they'll use that like in certain sections, like in Sonic, when you see like any water in the Sonic games, it's actually just like the CRT. They're just using the CRT's like natural built-in weirdness to make that effect happen. Yeah, I really like the way the older games look on a CRT. Each enemy with a color has a specific name, that's it? Not... I don't know if that's true. King I Hope would know better than I would. Like, do all the blue pants Donovans, are they all named Donovan? I don't think so. Like, this guy would be Galzia then. Maybe. Yeah, I'm playing on a CRT. Yeah. It's one of the later model CRTs that came out. It's a Sony Trinitron, so it's got component video, where it's basically got the 3 video inputs for yellow, well, no, red, blue, and green. And then it's got the 2 stereo, the audio inputs. Yeah, pretty much any TV that's got like component on it is going to be, I think it's called component. Am I doing that wrong? Component, composite? Anyway, whatever. It's going to be like usually later model. Each enemy palette is tied to a specific name? What? Really? Seriously? I didn't know that. So all the Donovans that are named Martin all have like a certain color to their palette? Whoa, dude. My gosh. I just first nighted it. I just first nighted it, guys. That's all. First night. Richard Gere. You know, have to watch it. Okay, don't die. A1 Major, how's it going? Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh, is that Richard Gere? No, it's not. I know it looks like Richard Gere, but... No, I'm just mere Anthopants. Channeling Richard Gere. Oh. Yes, let the Richard Gere run through you. Yes, 24-hour convenience, how it goes. I'm a dog. I don't think I've heard that one yet. Oh, oh man. You know, the Aberdeen dogs are just... That King Connery? Ew. Bad playing on my part. See, King Iopa would have flipped around and then done the defensive special backwards so that Blaze goes towards the Big Ben rather than away from the Big Ben. I don't know if dyslexic have pronunciation problems. They certainly have reading problems, though. What, Abbott dog? Is that what's bugging you about it? Well, my mom's from Boston, so every once in a while that accent comes out in me. I prefer blunt. Yeah. Anthopants socks. Yeah. Well, I was born in LA, so I'm a Dodger fan. But I have lived like up in the Bay Area, but I don't root for the Giants, but I guess I could if I wanted to. And I have lived in Utah, but I don't root for... Does Utah have a team? Of anything? Does Utah have any sports teams? What is my job? I take care of my parents. I've got 2 disabled parents. Yeah, so... My dad retired so he could take care of my mom. My dad had a stroke in 2020. So... I now take care of both of them. So I don't know. It'd be nice if I had time for a job. Tell you that much. They got the Jazz basketball. Is that all they have? The Jazz basketball team? Yeah, I helped my grandma. My grandma, she ended up falling and she broke her femur and her wrist. So she was just expecting, like, I don't know, maybe like 6 months. I'm just gonna need someone like to help me out for like 6 months because she really couldn't even like stand up on her own. So yeah, so I stopped doing whatever job I was doing. I used to like load trucks and do that kind of stuff and work like at convention centers, like as an independent contractor, do like audio, video, that type of stuff, setting up projectors and I was like a stagehand for like a TV show, you know, that kind of stuff. Oh jeez. But anyway. So yeah, I was helping my grandma out, and then after about 6 months, she was good, and she was like, all right, I'm good. And then after about a week, she called me and was like, I don't think I should live alone anymore. And I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. So I was with her for, yeah, like 3 years, and then my dad had a stroke, so. And my grandma's still alive, she's 97. We just saw her today. I took my folks over to see her. We see her every week. She's doing pretty good, and then she just has like my aunts and uncles with her, so they just rotate. You've understood the main idea? Oh, okay. Yeah, Stradivarius. Yeah, I mean, yeah, long life, good health. I mean, that's really it. Those things are like super important. And then it's just like, but you know, sometimes you get, yeah, sometimes you need a little bit of help. And then it's just like, best quality of life somebody can have, I think is also super important. Yeah, you assume that was a pink velvet? Yeah, I know. I know. What's up, Dana Danvers? Good to see you. Good seeing you too, Velvet. Hey, Servetsky, how goes? It's the hair, isn't it? Wait, where did this come from, A1 Major? What's the hair? Are we talking about my hair, A1? Are we talking about my hair? How's it going, Natty? Good to see you? Oh. What? Is that a 4-leaf clover with a heart on it? Is it because I'm half Irish? Is that why? Oh, the hair. Yeah, the hair is why, yeah. It's a ladybug. Oh. That's like double good luck. every, every time Natty shows up with an emote, I get it completely wrong. Yeah, Stradivarius. A ladybug's like... It's that one from A Bug's Life. That's a dude. Remember that one? Remember that movie, A Bug's Life? They're like, oh, a ladybug. And he's like, I'm a man. You know? That one. They call them ladybirds? Really? Knew that was gonna happen. I hit the Donnie and not the guy. This is not good. Thank you. We're still alive. Yeah. I gotta try to kill a hack with Blaze after I get the no death done. I think after I get, I mean, I hate to say it, King Iopa, because I know you're right. I don't think I'm going to be playing Blaze once I get this done. The last thing I'm going to do is play Blaze again. In anything even closely resembling Streets of Rage 2. Like in Streets 4, I'll throw Blaze on. In Streets 3, I'd throw Blaze on. Like if I was playing those, I would not. I don't want to play Blaze anymore after this. I need a break from her. But yeah, it's like, it is one of those things where it's like, after doing like a no death, the best thing you can do is like, throw on a speed run or like go into like a really hard challenge. Oh, hit the guy! Human by bracket? Am I reading this correctly? Thank you for the 2 months. Appreciate it. Sorry. Probably when someone does something I could like stop for a second and like acknowledge it, but I just don't have that in me. I want to just like keep pushing forward. No one wants to play Blaze after this. Soch King, thank you for the 90 bits. In honor of the 90th day. Yes. It's human by, like, by bracket. Thank you for the 2 months, though. Yeah, and thanks for saying hi. I appreciate that. Don't worry about, yeah, I know. Sorry, human, yeah, I know. My ability to read words when there's no spaces in between them is severely limited. These are the things I have trouble with. It's one of those really beautiful things about humanity. You should know this, human, is that we're all really terrible at something, but then we're also usually really good at something as well. And I think that's kind of like really cool. Like legitimately, because there's a lot of things that I'm really bad at that other people are super good at. Like my sense of direction is just awful, like atrocious. And then when I'm with people who have a good sense of direction, I just don't even understand it. I'm like, how do you know we're supposed to go this way? You know? How did you know where your car was gonna be? In me, Jammy. Jammy's good at being bad at everything. I'm the best at being the worst at everything. Oh, Jammy came in last place again. Everyone starts applauding. Oh, gosh. I want to thank my parents. Your parents are like, don't let them know you're our kid. No, I didn't come here setting out to be the worst in the world at things. I was just lucky enough to be the worst in the world at things. Jack of all trades, master of none. Yeah. Yeah. It's really, really difficult to become a master at really anything. I mean, I should know. I'm so good at so many different things. But in all seriousness, to become a master at like any one thing, oh my gosh, it's difficult. I think it is actually better to be a jack of all trades. You can put a lot less time into things, and then you're just like, you can be very good at a lot of different things in a short amount of time. But you can really only be a master at something if you put like years and years and years into it. Cat feet. Sometimes you just don't get it though. What? And sometimes you just got natural talent, yeah. I think the thing is, everyone has something. It's difficult to discover it, though. And sometimes what you have is like an amalgamation of different things. You've got like 5 different things that if you figured them out and combined them together would make for like a really unique, interesting talent that nobody else really has, or that most people struggle with. But like figuring that out, how do you figure that out sometimes? Like I got lucky in that I like Streets of Rage 2, so I played a lot of it. And then as I got older, I started figuring out like what I had to like offer the game that's unique to me. My misreading of the message is pretty it's pretty bad, yes. Yeah. I do misread things a lot. Oh, we're going to 7. You're the best at it, Natty. Yeah, the best at it. Oh, I silenced you guys. Let's get this done. Columns 3 guy likes it. Columns 3 guy's so excited he had an accident. Yeah. Those aren't pirates, they're ninjas. The sign says they're pirates. This could be bad. The one thing I read properly is, yeah, false information. Yes, remember your training. The wax on, wax off training, or is that not me? Every time someone says remember your training, I got that like image of Jean-Claude getting the like those like coconuts or whatever those things are dropped on his stomach in Kickboxer. I'm okay, and the guy throws another one. Yep. Yep, we're going to 1. Oh, it's Turbo Nexter's fault. Is he even here? I don't even think he's here. I forgot your wallet in the bar. Oh. I don't want to go back. This Donnie's just gonna keep knocking me. Yeah. Yeah, there's a video of it. If someone has the video of King Iopa's No Death Blaze, they can put it in the comments if they want to. Let's just pull everybody in over there. Yikes. Tomorrow night, normally when I stream, Sunday nights, I'll like watch a movie. I'm probably gonna watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I'm really nervous about it. I've been watching like a lot of like newer horror films. I was doing that like all throughout October. And they're pretty like gory, but they don't bother me as much as the like 80s and 90s horror film gore for some reason. I don't know if anyone else can like, whoever, I don't know if other people watch horror films, but yeah, for some reason like there's something about like the fakeness of the way it looks in the 80s where you can it just doesn't exactly look accurate or something. What's the difference between snowmen and snow women? The Uncanny Valley thing? It might be the Uncanny Valley thing, yeah. It was like if you've seen like the older horror films, a lot of times like if you're watching like Freddy or something like that, they'll all of a sudden go into like claymation and you know all sorts of like stuff. They'll go claymation, they'll go like a dummy, animatronics, but they all like they didn't perfect it. So it still looks a little bit fake. Like there's no CGI back then. the snowballs is the difference. Ah. Well, now that we got that mystery solved. Ah. Oh. Which horror movie was it, Alex? Yeah, I watched The Exorcist when I was like, probably like 15 or 16. And I grew up Catholic. So I had to sleep like on the couch in the living room for like a week. That movie scared the bejesus out of me. You didn't even know what the movie was, yeah. You were really young back then, yeah. I watched The Fly with Jeff Goldblum. And that thing was like so gross. And I think, yeah, I think that thing kind of like, I was never like a huge fan of horror films as a kid because I got scared really easily. But I acted tough, you know. That's how we did it back then. So yeah, I avoided them for like a long time. Yes, the Prince of Thieves. How it goes? Are you trying to say one of the greatest or goriest? It is, it is a pretty gross movie, though. Lots of really gross stuff in it. I remember I watched it, and my cousin, who was like a year younger than me, he saw it too. He's like, "Oh yeah, I saw that one." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I don't remember how old I was. I was probably like, you know, 12 or something like that." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, it was so terrible, you know, all these scenes." He's like, "It wasn't that bad." And I just thought he was like a serial killer, you know? Like, how do you not think that was bad? Oh, we acted tough. Yeah, that's pretty much the 90s for you. 80s and 90s. A lot of, acting tough. You were like 7 or 8? Yeah, that's pretty rough. Yeah, 80s, I like the 80s decade the best. You know. The problem is like Streets of Rage 2 didn't exist back then. That's really the biggest issue that the 80s had, but yeah, I really like the 80s. It was, I mean, there was definite times when like I'd be out with like my cousin. One of my cousins is like a year older than me. I just remember like there was a couple times where we were just running for our lives. And who knows? Maybe if those teenagers caught us when we were like in middle school, you know, they would have just left us alone, but you never really know. But yeah, I just remember that, like him just mouthing off, you know? And then just, alright, like, run! So yeah, there was a little bit of that. Just packs of kids around your age that would just see that their pack was bigger than your pack, and they'd come over and start talking trash. But anyway, I don't know. I never got into like any serious fights. I never picked a fight really, but I did. I have gotten into fights, but I never started a fight, and I never punched anyone. I never hit anyone. Because I was always afraid of hurting them. I mean, once you get punched by somebody, you can kind of tell, like, oh, I don't think I need to hit this guy to make him stop hitting me. He's not really very good at it. They're like, yeah. Yeah, back in those days when you could just break into people's houses. I don't know. I think for me, it's easier. It's easier being an adult than it was being a kid. It was hard for me being a kid. An adult, though, like I make my own mistakes. You know, I pretty much can do what I want to do. Like all my responsibilities are things that like are because I made the choices. Any failures I have are like my own failures. I don't know. There's just something about it like that I like. As a kid, I just felt like completely out of control. You go to school, you're terrible at it. I couldn't figure out how to get good at it. I'd get in trouble, never understood why I was getting in trouble. Just because I like had a lot of energy. I was super emotional, couldn't figure out like how to like manage that better. Couldn't figure it out until I became an adult. How's it going? I can see the TR Junior. 93. Born in 93? How's it going? Yeah, I think most people, they find it more difficult to be an adult than they did a kid. Which is crazy to me. Well, I mean, I was born in the 80s, and I think the 80s is like peak decade. I remember when the people were still like smoking indoors, which is like something that they don't do in California like at all anymore, but I remember that. I remember when like seatbelt laws weren't really like a big thing, they weren't super enforced. You know, you just get like a station wagon, throw like a dozen kids in the back of it, and just pray for the best. No helmets on the bikes. I mean, it was like utopia, you know? Really what you needed a helmet was in the back of that station wagon, I'll tell you that much. But if you got enough kids in there, you know, then you just kind of wedged in there and you wouldn't slide around as much. Yeah, we used to make ashtrays for our parents in art class. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It was just one of those things where like, yeah, most people, like half the people on the planet smoked. What are you doing, Hillets? Thinking about it? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that are just they're not good for you. There's no benefit to them, really. And yeah, smoking's one of them. There's not really a benefit to it. There might be a benefit to nicotine now, but I'm not sure about that. There might be a benefit to your brain having, like, taking nicotine. I'm not sure. Anyway. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, drinking, like, soda is the same thing. We used to drink soda, like, all the time. And, like, there's absolutely no benefit to drinking soda. It's just bad for you. Yeah, there's like, I mean, yeah, that's the problem. There's really only like two ways. There's two ways to not have a problem, and the first way is that you never start in the first place. You just never really start. Or if you're one of those people who absolutely has to try whatever, like, fine, try it, and then don't ever do it again. Be like, nope, don't like it. There you go, leave it alone. That's like that's it, you know. The other way is that you have to like now break the habit after you already have it, which sounds like a nightmare. Epic Fredo, yeah. Yeah, the pics of the, yeah, all the people who smoke and their lungs are like destroyed. Yeah, I mean, we're the same type of people that we were like 10,000 years ago when we were living in caves. We haven't really evolved that much since then. Like, maybe, maybe all the wars we've gone through has, like, shaped us a little bit too. But, yeah, we're basically the exact same type of people that we used to be when we were living in the caves, and we didn't have to deal with any of this stuff. And we just had cravings for stuff because we had such a shortage of food. What? What? What's this story about a green dragon? I haven't heard of that one. Yeah, we used to have after-school specials on TV. Ah. Oh, the Green Dragon's transformation of the cigarette. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you do about, especially back in the day, like what they do about certain things, because you're going to be introduced to it, because the adults are doing it. Like, the adults are drinking alcohol and doing that kind of stuff, so you're just going to be introduced to it. But the stuff that, like, the harder stuff that you don't ever see, I'm like, why even tell kids about it? Like, they don't even know it exists until you actually, like, bring it up and are telling them about it. Yeah. There's a TV show called Saved by the Bell that had a very special episode where one of the characters, Jesse, gets addicted to caffeine pills, which is about the hardest thing you could possibly take. Because she's trying to stay up so that she can be in both the Zack Attack band and that she can study for her finals or something like that. Anyway, she totally flips out at the end, of course. That's why I've never taken caffeine pills. I do drink coffee, though. That's what I should be doing the whole time. It's just mentioning an episode or something. Like, oh, there's this one episode of Murder, She Wrote, starring Angela Lansbury, where I don't actually know anything about the show, but Stradivarius. You won't be here for 7? Yeah, that's okay. Tokyo, yeah, she was excited but also scared. This is very true. This is very true. Yeah, so my advice is that if you see caffeine pills, you run. You just run away. That's what you do, okay? And if you can't run anymore, then you take one of those caffeine pills so you can keep running. And then you just keep running away from it. You don't want to be that excited, and you don't want to be that scared. No, Epic Fredo, don't do it. Don't you do it. Oh, jeez. Timed that one wrong, and this guy's got a frame perfect kick, so if you time it a frame off, that's what happens. What are you doing, dude? Ugh. Ugh, jeez. Welcome to the Saturday stream, everybody. Yeah, that was a Galzia game. Oh yeah, the episode where the actor visited, yeah. That's right, he was filming an anti-drug PSA and he was trying to get them to do drugs. Oh my gosh. And they were just all like, what is this, man? Such a really one of the better shows ever made. I need a caffeine pill to play good. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to have that very special talk with someone who's like, hey man, you gotta take it easy on those caffeine pills. I can handle it, okay? Once I get to Blaze No Death, I'll quit, I swear. Oh my gosh, grab break. It's your favorite show of all time? Really? You're being serious? Oh my gosh. Yeah, when I went to church, Mario Lopez used to go to my church because he's Catholic. So I get to see Mario Lopez. And we were younger then, so I think he ended up like playing with one of my sister's braids, you know? Like, hey, you know. Anyway. Yeah, he was a nice guy. I know, and then Ron gets banned for using an illegal substance. And I'm like, it's a caffeine pill. How dare you? What was the first Saved by the Bell called? It was like Mrs. Pringle's class? Because Saved by the Bell, the first, I think it was first either 1 or 2 seasons, actually had the girl from the original Parent Trap who played like a twin. She was like the teacher in the show. I don't even think who was in it. There wasn't, AC Slater wasn't in it, who plays Mario Lopez. Mario Lopez plays AC Slater. But anyway, Zach was in it. I don't remember if Screech was in it. I think Screech was in it. Good Morning, Mrs. Bliss. Yes! That sounds right. Yeah. AB Kellen, how's it going? Oh, thank you for the good luck. Yeah. We were just talking about Saved by the Bell. Screech was in it. I don't know if Lisa was in it. I think Kelly was in it. I don't think Jesse was in it. Like, half the cast wasn't there, I think. It was Zach, Screech, and Lisa. Really? Lisa? Okay. So Kelly wasn't in it. And Jesse wasn't in it. Oh. The fact that I still remember these names is, like, baffling to me. Principal Belding. Oh my gosh! What was the name of the place that they used to go to? The Peach Pit? No. What's the Peach Pit from? Oh my gosh. There's a place called the Peach Pit that people used to go to in one of those 90s shows. No, there was like a diner that they used to go to. No time stopping powers. Why they gave Zach that? Such an interesting thing. Really, really a weird thing. It's almost like what was the show? Since Zach would freeze time and like escape situations and unfreeze time, like in the show. Why? And that was it. There was no other powers. Like, was Zach some weird like time traveler or something? It doesn't make any sense. Max Peach Pit. The Max. Okay, yes. Peach Pit was 902. Oh no, I just outed myself. I used to watch early seasons of 90210 back when it was on. But I have sisters, so I would watch it by myself. No, I'm joking. Zach was overpowered in the regular series. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, it's weird because there was a show called Out of This World, and it had a girl in it named Evie. Oh my gosh. It's weird how some of this stuff is up there because I don't actually have access to it. It's just either gonna pop out of my mouth or it's not. And she, her dad was a space alien, but her mom was a normal person. And she always wanted to meet her dad, but she could talk to him through this weird like crystal ball thing. And she had superpowers. And I almost wonder if they're like in the same universe. Like Saved by the Bell and Out of This World in the same universe. We had a bunch of like dumb TV shows, by the way, with like kind of dumb like Mork and Mindy gimmicks. Freezing time with her fingers. Yeah, is that how she would do it? Small Wonder, fake robot daughter. Yeah, that's right. Small Wonder. Oh my gosh. Punky Brewster. Remember Punky Brewster? Yeah, there was like a friend of our family's, and they lived across the street from Simone Moon. I don't remember what her name is, but they lived across the street from the girl who played Punky Brewster. So I got to meet her a couple times. Oh, Parker Lewis Can't Lose. Yes. That was a great one. That one had like that big bully guy in it. There was this one episode of that big bully. I don't know why, but he's gotta like confront the big bully guy, and the guy steps on something and is like walking. The guy looks down, and there's a squirrel tail on his shoe, and he just rips the squirrel tail off. The squirrel's completely flattened. The dude steps on a squirrel, he chucks it. Oh my gosh. Malty McFry? Yeah. I expected someone like Malty McFry to know old 90s television shows. But yeah, Parker Lewis Can't Lose is kind of like almost like Ferris Bueller's Day Off style. Punky's friend Sherry got stuck in a refrigerator while playing hide and go seek. I remember that episode. That freaked me out. I didn't realize that like that was like a fridge where the door latched, and that like those fridges didn't really. Those weren't like a big thing when I was a kid. Those were like old school fridges. So I was always super freaked out that I'm gonna get like stuck in a refrigerator, you know, but you know, the refrigerators we had, like, you could just easily push them open. It wasn't a big deal. But yeah, that episode freaked me out. Did I say hi to you yet today, Chief? I don't know. I'm not sure. Was the name of her other friend Adam? The blonde kid? It's gonna be so weird if it is. They find a giant spider in a cave? I don't think I remember that one. Oh man, I don't really like spiders. Yeah. Keep hoping this guy's gonna get in on it. The octopus scene in the Goonies. Oh, Goonies. Oh, I ended up introducing my sister to Monster Squad this Halloween because she was in town. And she was like, let's put something good on. You know, like something fun, like 80s-ish. I'm like, you haven't seen Monster Squad, have you? She's like, I don't think so. So I got to introduce her to that one, which is like a good, fun one. I think it's only PG-13, which you can't always trust. I don't know if it's PG-13 actually, because it might have come out before PG-13 was a thing, but you can't trust the ratings in the 80s, because there was PG and R. I think there was G, PG, and R. And they didn't have a PG-13 rating. And they also didn't have any form of sense about what is and what is not appropriate. So... Oh, what do you mean? Why did I write my name on your on the Streets of Rage 2 cart that I sent you? So you'd have a signed copy. That's why. So you'd always remember where it came from. You not like my name on it? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, I did it with good intentions. I didn't do it with, like, weird intentions. I don't know. There's no video game rating until 1994. Yeah, I remember, like, I remember when I was buying, I think it was Turok 2, and I had to show my ID, or some game like that. And I was just like, huh? Like, I'd never heard that before. I remember the Sega ratings. Yeah, 94 was like N64, PlayStation 1 era. I feel like it came out my N64 came out my freshman year of high school, so it must have been like 95, 96, right? N64 came out 96. Oh man. Yeah, that console was... Yeah. That didn't work. That was a great console generation. I mean, going from 2D to 3D. Two really popular consoles. Two totally different styles of how they went about doing things. You were 3 years old? Yeah. Yeah, I was like 14, 15. It's just really at the start of becoming a pretty decent video game player. My freshman year of high school. Alright. Yeah, they don't... I mean, I still like the way they look. The 3D models back in the day. I think they're, it's just its own style now. And the controls on all of the games were so wonky. And nothing was uniform. Yeah, very polygon, you know. Smash Bros. Even had like the polygon team. Alright, make sure I get through 4. Problem with last time when I did 4 elevators that I wasn't channeling a certain somebody from a certain movie that won't be named. Oh. Not good. Okay. Hmm. All I see is the barely made it. Oh. Yeah, that's why we take to the air. He does less damage when you're in the air with that attack. When you're on the ground and he hits you with that, it wrecks you. The Abadee dogs. The Abbott Dog Dog. The Abbott Dog Dog. Anyone ever watch that show Doogie Howser? with the kid who's a doctor, even though he's really young. He's like 14 or something like that, and he's a doctor. And then at the end of every episode, he writes about like what he learned during the episode. Personally, I think even if you are like good enough to become a doctor at like 12 years old, I don't think they should allow you to do it. Yeah, he'd always type on his computer. He'd type on his computer like what happened during his day. And he certainly was not a writer. I mean, he was a genius. Graduated college at like 12, you know, that kind of thing. But man, he was not a writer. Because his journal entries were just like... Okay. The movie Matilda, yeah. That's a Roald Dahl book. Yeah, what the what the TV writers thought a genius would sound like. You'd think you could, like, one of the TV writers would have been a genius themselves, right? I mean, you're supposed to be pretty smart to be a writer, right? Yikes, this guy's giving me so much trouble. Okay. We gotta pull, guys. Ugh. Every once in a while I take my hand off of the controller. Okay, this usually goes pretty good. I don't actually know if I failed this boss fight when I have sword. I don't think I have. I think I've gotten through it every single time with sword. Failed it once when I didn't have sword. Okay. Yeah, I go a little bit up before I start punching the ninjas. A little bit up, tap forward about 2 or 3 times. Doesn't always work. I don't know if it gives you like better odds or not, but of them grouping, I don't really know if there is a way of getting better odds while they're grouping, other than, you know, if you're in like a totally ridiculous spot, you're not going to get them to group at all. Shake your booty, how goes? Yeah, this isn't a tourist speech. I think first run went to 7. The jets destroyed me. Second run, I think it ended on 4. I don't really know what happened. I sort of lost it. This is my 3rd run. And hopefully it goes to 7. Every once in a while I'll forget what comes next, and that's what just happened right there. I totally forgot about this guy. I don't know. If the beach was a tourist beach, there'd be like a tourist section. Because you'd still need to have, you know, Mr. X's goons and people trying to take down the Mr. X syndicate fighting each other. So maybe there'd be like... They just would have to close off certain parts of the beach for a little bit. Yeah, the run when no one says this is the run is the run where it's going to happen. Where everyone predicts that it's not the run. Well, looks like he's going to lose this one. Okay, boss time. He did it to me again. No. Oh. How close was this one jet? I don't think I got him that close. No, that's not. Yeah, it happens. Every once in a while, Soother will just bum rush you, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. Yeah, I mean, I guess the thing I can do about it is just walk away. Walk back left, and then if he runs at me, just let go and do a defensive special to get him off. Rather than, like, actually jumping away from him, which is what I was doing. Well, that's it. I'm not going to run another one. Man. This whole Blaze No Death thing is pretty difficult. Yeah, I kind of suspected I'd have at least another No Death 7 by this point, but I guess not. Someone's playing 2.
Get out of here.
Alright, someone's on 2. They're playing 2 they're on 6. Let's see if they can beat the boss. Yeah, if it wasn't for the summon dance, 6 would be ridiculous. So, Super CDB is playing Streets 2. I'm gonna raid him. Here we go. Everybody jump. Everybody jump in on the raid. We'll see how it goes. He's on stage 6, right where I died. Everybody jump.